Joining us now, I'm pleased to say, is Senator Elizabeth Warren. Senator Warren, thanks so much for joining us. Good afternoon to you.
Thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be with you.
Want to get into the specifics of overdraft fees in a moment, but before that, a kind of big picture question. Banks clearly got a lot of help during the pandemic, probably less than certain other specific sectors, and perhaps less than, or certainly less than they did during the last crisis. But no questions asked, got a lot of help like many companies did. Do you accept that in response to that, they did more than they were required to help their customers and help their staff over the last year? Were there positives?
Well, that was really the point of the line of questions that I asked. The banks got a lot of help in a lot of different areas, and one specific was the Fed automatically said, if you overdraft with your Fed account, there will be no fees, no penalty. We want to help you out in this time of crisis. And then the regulators said, and besides that, we think you should pass that benefit along to your customers. That is, that you should waive. And what did the four big financial institutions who are in front of us today do? Nothing. They continued to collect those overdraft fees. The four of them together collected about $4 billion. And the biggest collector per account was JPMorgan Chase. Thus, the back and forth with Jamie Dimon over it. And to me, it's partly about overdraft fees and who has to pay them, but it's partly about how you think about bank regulation. When you give banks help and say to them, as your regulator, I'm urging you to help your customers in a time of a pandemic, and the banks don't do that, that tells me that the only way you're going to get these banks to act is by having aggressive, detailed regulation.
Though, I mean, your number was right, 1.4 billion for JPMorgan. For reference, Wells Fargo's 1.3 billion, Bank of America 1.1 billion. Those three were the biggest. They did refund 120 million in consumer deposit fees in overdrafts for over 1 million customers. When asked, no question asked, that was a line from Jamie Dimon's prepared remarks. So I guess the point is that you would have liked to see more, but I guess you do accept that they did something. So I guess the question is,
can I stop you there? I think that's a really important point. They stood up and said, we waived when the customer understood to come in and ask. And I don't know what all the conditions were that they imposed. Did you have to have a savings account? Did you have to have your paycheck automatically deposited? I don't even know what the terms were. They said, we waived in this tiny little number, and that was what they put on a giant flag and ran it up the flagpole and wanted everybody to look at. What they didn't talk about is their regulators had said, do for your customers what the Fed did for you. Make it automatic and waive it in advance for everyone, no questions asked. They did not do that, and in fact collected about $4 billion. And who did they collect from? People of modest income, African Americans, Latinos, people who were struggling. That's who paid that $4 billion.
I guess my final question is specifically on the overdraft, Senator Warren, and I don't want to be the bank's defender on this, but just have to sort of ask the questions. But do you have specific examples of families that were hurting that asked not to have the overdraft fee that were denied it?
There's no way for me to know within the bank's own records. But understand, this is one example of how the big banks treat their customers. It's one that we can happen to see in the context of their own regulator urging them to do better. And so I see this as, what do we know about what the banks are doing? What do we understand about the bank's relationship with their customers? And at least when we look at this one, the answer is the banks are willing to say, whoa, give me all the benefits. I want all that extra help during the pandemic. But what did they use it for? Did they use it to help their customers? No, they just used it in order to plump up their profits. And look, these banks, ultimately, they have a monopoly in the United States. They are backed up by the U.S. taxpayer. By golly, they are supposed to be there to serve American families. And that's what oversight is about. If they're doing it, then I'll be the first to give them a gold star. But if they're not, I'm going to be the first to call them out.
I think that's fair, Senator Warren. A lot of people, though, watch your questioning, especially with these big bank CEOs, and they see it as you attacking them. And clearly there's been bad behavior in this industry, and there's room for scrutiny. But does that...
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.